My name is Barten. I'm a managing director of Tripolis. Tripolis is a Dutch marketing automation software company. We've got 750 clients in the upper mid-market and enterprise segment. We have offices in 8 countries, and we got clients all over the world. Think of companies and organizations like the European Union, Heineken, Carrefour, Santander. And also Tripolis is part of the Spotler group, where we have multiple like-minded companies in the group, which all improves the marketing of our clients with software. We're always using first-party data. So it's only based on the data you receive as a company. And if you store it correctly, you can do so much cool stuff with it, to be honest. And you can already start personalizing communication with just including a name or base the information on the country where the person is living, or perhaps the preferences they already given to you as a company. And based on artificial intelligence or machine learning, you can create a profile per person. And per profile, you can already suggest which kind of products are better for me as a person based on my purchase history. And if you make use of that kind of content, your conversion will just rise in if you compare it towards sending out a default offer. Yeah, I think what we experienced this year is that we saw that the adoption rate of iOS 15 is getting higher and higher. So currently the adoption rate is around 80% for all the Apple users. And what we also see is that 97% of the Apple users are accepting the Apple Mail privacy protection, which means that currently the opens are not accurate, but still gives you a good feeling if a mailing is performing good or not. Because if you send out a newsletter today and you have sent out one a few days ago, you can still compare the communication to each other to see if one is higher than the other. Currently, we're already in a phase that all the marketers know that the open rate is not as valuable anymore as in the past. And you see that the industry is adapting in giving consumers, no, sorry, not the consumers, but the clients, the possibility to filter statistics based on proxy opens and manual opens. So you'll see the real effect of your mail. But that also means that 60% of the mail volume is being excluded from your statistics. So when I'm talking to clients about how to act on the open rates, you see in the market currently that people are just saying, okay, an open rate is just a figure, and sometimes it's a few percent higher than the last mailing. But the real ratio where we all are looking at are the click-through rates. And the main one is the data quality. Because the data quality of your list where you are sending out your communication towards is the most important factor for your deliverability. So when an ISP sees that you're sending out newsletters or communication towards addresses who are bouncing, or when people are pressing on the spam button, that really affects your deliverability. So the data quality is important in order to keep your deliverability on a high level, but also to prevent you as a company of being blacklisted by companies like Spamhaus. So it's really important to know where you get your data from, to know that the data source you're using, like your own website, is protected with a confirmation email, that you got a double opt-in or something like that, that you really know that your audience is expecting your communication. That's really key in the current state of the email marketing. Another challenge for an email marketer is that email marketing is a long-term marketing instrument, because you cannot start today with email marketing and send out a newsletter to 100,000 people tomorrow, because you need to collect your opt-ins of the customers, of the people who are interested in you as a brand. So therefore, when you start with email marketing, the challenge is always to collect the data and it needs to be of high quality, because it's one of the first challenges I mentioned. And therefore, when you are starting with an email marketing strategy, you need to plan ahead and be aware that it's something you do today. You'll pick the fruits of it in a few years, or even longer on the long term. But in the end, collecting all those email addresses will benefit you as a marketer, but also as a company, because you get a hand of the key, the digital key to communicate with a specific person. And I think the last challenge which email marketing will face is the marketing of some big tech companies for the need of total data privacy. So in the market, we see now suppliers like Hey.com or email forwarding services like the service from DuckDuckGo, is that they send out the newsletters you are sending as a marketer to your recipients, but they will delete any tracking information from those emails. So essentially, you as a marketer are sending communication towards a black box, which really limits you to engage with your recipients. So we see with artificial intelligence, we see a trend that they are now trying, experimenting with creating automated content. So instead of that a marketer will write their own content in a mailing, you will see that artificial intelligence can make good suggestions, and perhaps in the future even full text of content which you want to send to your consumers based on a specific subject. The same applies as well to your images. Besides artificial intelligence, we also expect that there will be a more seamless integration between the different channels marketers are using to send out communication. And also within the communication which is being sent out, we see that the language is used to create emails, and also to be which is used by email clients to visualize an email, will change. So currently we got different kind of languages to create emails and to send out emails with, and we see that email influencers like Mark Robbins are currently heavily involved in something which is called the Email Markup Consortium. And they want to start a movement where every client is using the same kind of code in the same way to ensure us as email marketers that our visual which we created is looking the same in Gmail, in Outlook, in Yahoo, in every provider, that you know for sure that your recipient is seeing the mail in the way how you have created the mailing. And that's something which if that happens, that will be a really positive thing for the email marketing industry.